I know whether the new I Know What You Did Last Summer is any good. Let's discuss. Welcome to Movie World Plus, the place where we talk movies. I'm Andy Signor, and yep, last night I learned what these folks did last summer. And I gotta be honest, I had a pretty good time. I want to break it down. This is a sequel, remake, reboot of the original 1997 teen horror classic. My goodness, back to 97. I was a junior in high school. I had a crush on two of these four, and I imagine most of the world did have a crush on at least one or two of these folks. Freddie Prinze Jr., Ryan Felipe, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Love Hewitt. These were our icons in the 90s, heartthrobs in this film. Hot off sort of Scream. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Scream was sort of like the thrust into a new 90s era horror genre. And this film was a success. It launched I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, but both of these films were kind of just silly, stupid horror fun. Like, I actually forgot a lot of the mythology. I knew it was a fisherman and a hook, and they hit some guy on the side of the road, and then they had to cover it up. I hadn't seen the movie in a long time, to be honest. I remembered enough that I could go into this film and it worked, but I do think it's probably wise for you to watch the film, and if you liked it, watch the sequel, and so you can get ready for this film, because it is a sequel reboot. Like, there's a new cast in the film who I will say I liked, actually. The new cast worked. The script, the setup, there's some very clever starts. This cast did hold their own. I don't know any of these casts from anything. To be fair, they weren't like the TV heartthrobs of 90s era in my, but they've been in some other shows that some of you may know from streaming, etc. But they were all good. I got to give them their props. I couldn't name one of these actors if you put a pew pew to my head, but I like the girl in the middle. Is the lead in a way. She was in The Studio, the new Seth Rogen show. That's the only one I recognized. And regardless, all of them are good. They're a good new sort of group of teens. Start, kind of unlikable because of the events that happen. But the film works. It sets up the new generation in a way that I think it's respectful to new, younger audiences that are going to have fun with it, while still going back to respect the original source material. And yes, the fisherman with the hook is back. Who is behind that slicker is sort of the big question of the whodunit of if you will. Look, I will say, is it stupid? Yes. Was the original? Yes. But did I still love the original? And did I still have fun with this one? Yes. If you were a fan of the original I Know What You Did Last Summer, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Turn off your brain, go in for what you think it's going to be, just a fun romp, silly stuff. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, and I think you'll enjoy it in the theaters. I do highly recommend it. Now, you go back and you look at this quartet, and man, whoo, that's a hot foursome. And they're all back. The main two that survived. Spoiler alert, go watch the film. Stop watching this, and I don't want to keep spoiling who dies in the first one, but Jennifer Love Hewitt, the final girl, if you will, survives. What are you waiting for? And she's back. And it's nice to see her, I gotta be honest. And it's not just her that's back. Freddie Prinze is back too. Old man in the town. These two gotta come out of the woodwork because the legend is now coming back and no one believed them. And that's what the whole thing's sort of about. It's cheesy, but it's kind of the best way to do it, to respect the source material, respect the elders, and then continue. And I got to give the film props. They do figure out sort of clever ways to bring them back. They bring in clever ways as to why the town sort of moved on. They give you sort of a new mayor, is he a bad guy type of thing, trying to hide the murders. And it's all very clever. I got to give it massive props. They also introduced a really cool character in the film, who she's like a true crime podcast YouTuber, Slaughter Laugh Live, or Live Laugh or something. Anyway, it's a clever way to sort of bring back the old legends, if you will, from the 97 murders into the new film, as she's out there sort of looking around and revisiting the story that's been covered up by the town, because they don't want the town to keep having a bad name for itself. So she was a fun character. There's a bunch of just fun characters, along with the main sort of core, the girls and the two guys that are there sort of trying to deal with who's doing this, why are they after us? And overall, like I said, I had a really good time. There's a few really clever elements, at least. I mean, it's all, let me say it one more time. This movie's stupid. Like, don't go in expecting, some Christopher Nolan film of the year. This is a total guilty pleasure, super fun, just I laughed multiple times. I jumped a few times. It does a good job at sort of the simple jump scares, obviously using the hook in the best ways you want it to be, which is what these films are about. The harpoon he brings into it. Every fisherman thing he sort of brings in cleverly. And yes, at times it's ridiculous, but at the same time, they do some clever ways to sort of justify and keep it moving. I thought, in my opinion, and overall, I thought it ended strong. And I will tell you, there's a mid-credit scene. So sit through the credits and wait, because there is a mid-credit scene. Unlike Superman, this mid-credit scene's worth it. The other one's not. I was ready to go, and then they had a mid-credit scene, and I was like, oh, wait, okay. And it's actually a worthy place of where this could go. So stick around if you're watching. Don't just get up and leave right away. Heads up, because I literally almost did. And then my wife caught it. Wait, there's something else. And we ran back in, and I'm glad I did. So don't miss out. But overall, yeah, the film works. The film worked for me. I got to say, the new groups of kids weren't annoying. I mean, they are in the ways they're supposed to be, but then you sort of grow, and then you're trying to figure out who's going to die, who's going to survive. Is one of them bad? Are they all, is it somebody else? That's what this movie is. A whodunit, Scooby-Doo sort of mystery with blood, with callbacks, and clearly knowing about the nostalgia. There's a scene between Freddie and Love, as they called her back in the day, that sort of embraces the nostalgia and sort of, it's clever. It's funny. That's why I keep using the word clever, because I think these screenwriters understood the assignment, if you will, to use a vernacular that's become back and popular. They understood the assignment, as did Jennifer and Freddie. Now, I'll be honest, not like the best acting. It's like my wife and I both are like, oh, okay, I can see why they haven't as many roles today, but it kind of works in this. They're kind of overdoing it. It's an over-dramatic stance, I think, on purpose. But it didn't matter. Like, when both of them come up, it's a moment, and you're like, yeah, she's back. And I actually really appreciate and love that the film gave them that respect and gave them, like, they're the important elders in this, even though they're not that old. But you know how it is. But the grizzled elders have to come back to help the youngins with the story, which is something that's happened already in the Scream reboots, to be fair. But they do it again in a way that, to me, like, that's what we want. If you're going to do this, if you're going to reboot it, you're going to make these sequel reboot things, at least respect the source material and pretend like you paid attention and figure out little threads and things that can work that aren't being crazy, but at least respect the original while also giving us new characters that we can root for, which I think the film ultimately did. And that's why I would give this film a thumbs up. I do think the deaths were fun. It's a fun nostalgia play. I enjoyed some of the moments. I had a smile on my face for most of it. Will this be one of my favorite movies of the year? Doubtful. But will it be one of the funner ones of the year that I had in the theater? Absolutely. The crowd was loving it. It was eating it up. Get your popcorn. Get ready. If you are a fan of the original, make sure you get your tickets this weekend. There are some things that'll probably get spoiled. I won't say what. I don't want you to try to guess. But try to get ahead and watch this one because it's fun. It does some clever, smart things. Overall, silly as F, but in the best way that you would expect a movie like this to be. So kudos. If you're going to reboot it, this is the way to do it. Props to the screenwriters, everybody who sort of understood the assignment and had fun with it and did what they did. I Know What You Did Last Summer, surprisingly a good time at the movies. Now, is there drama? We're going to be talking about that over in Popcorn Planet. Jennifer Love and Freddie Prinze weren't really seen together, nor Michelle and Lauren not. Now, Sarah's come out with some defense, but could this be another It Ends With Us scenario? Is it a Don't Worry, Darling? Was it just a misunderstanding? The world is abuzz as they seemingly were avoiding each other at this press junket, one side and the other. What's actually going down? We'll break that down over on Planet as well. So make sure you subscribe to all the channels in the Popcorn Universe, Movie World, Popcorn Planet, etc. Hit that bell for alerts. Smash that thumbs up as well, and leave your comments down below. Are you excited for this film? Was this a film you remember? Are you excited they brought it back with the cast? Are you going to see it? Let me know, and make sure you tell me what you think when you see it afterwards in the comments. Thanks, guys, so much for watching my movie channel. We got more reviews and movie news coming your way, so stay tuned.